And we're back. This time we are actually entering the plot of the film as we head on over to the French frigate, the Lafayette, which I probably just completely mispronounced.
No, that sounds right.
Now we're supposed to put a tracker bug on a helicopter that's on board the ship, as well as defuse some bombs. Q was telling us that we are supposed to use the bomb diffuser correctly. That is actually important, remember that. It was also mentioned that Xenia on top might be on board, but she's not. There was supposed to be, or there are some traces in the code of a helicopter pilot NPC showing up in this mission. And in the film, Xenia disguises herself as a helicopter pilot after killing the actual pilot to steal the helicopter.
I see.
But we don't have any of that here. Nice miss. I keep trying to sort of rely on the auto-aim, which I shouldn't be doing on 00 Agent. Wanna be quite careful here, because these guys do have hostages, and they will shoot them quite quickly. Take out this guy before he manages to flank us.
Okay, buddy, you do you. Just, be careful of the guards on your way out.
Yeah, I don't think the guards can shoot them at this point. We can, so watch out. So yeah, take the bomb diffuser out from the post menu and then hit the shoot button when you're next to the bomb. If you just press the interact button next to the bomb, it'll blow up.
What?
So that's good. Yeah, the gadgets basically you use them like weapons.
Right, but I wouldn't expect, standing next to a bomb to interacting with it to make it blow up.
Well, maybe not, but that's what happens. Yeah, we saw the hostage was just running into the crossfire there, so I went down here instead to avoid that and took some damage in the process, but that's fine. Me taking that damage is better than the hostage getting killed. Because, for some reason, I just couldn't get through this level on this run. I had to try this like 6 times.
Oof.
Like the last time I played this on 00 Agent, I got it in first try, in 5 minutes. Plant it right on there, nobody's gonna notice that, ever. Now over here we have a whole corridor of guys that we could hit from behind with melee, but the range on that attack is a bit sketchy, so I'm just gonna play it safe.
It's a good thing they didn't notice the guys getting shot behind them.
No, everything's fine. Yeah, we do have some guns that are technically more powerful than the D5K or the MP5K as it's in real life, but this one has a silencer, so I'm gonna use this. Don't want to draw any more attention to ourselves than we absolutely have to. Because again, we have the hostages. The range on those is pretty forgiving. They won't shoot the hostages immediately when they hear a gunshot or anything like that. You could have just gone up the stairs, you moron. Well, never mind. He'll be fine. I'm not sure how many hostages are allowed to die before you fail the mission, but I'm pretty sure you can't let any of them die on 00 Agent. Which makes this a little bit tense.
Just a little bit, I can tell.
I had at least one run where one of them died and it just popped up the failure message. Which would make me think that none of them are allowed to get killed, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe someone else died elsewhere, I don't know. I'm slightly stuck. Invisible wall. Come on. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried there that I would have to restart again, but thankfully not. That guy had dual D5Ks, but not with silencers, so we'll skip this one. Dual wielding on double agent is generally not the best idea because there is not a whole lot of ammo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is kind of annoying because it's fun to dual wield and of course you will do a lot more damage, but on double agent you kinda have to just not do that if you want to conserve your ammo at all. So now we have almost completed the mission because I forgot there was this bomb here. I guess I was just too preoccupied with the hostages that I completely forgot the engine room bomb. So I was almost out of the level when I was like, yeah, I should probably take a look at the objectives, and then, oh. So yeah, now we can just walk out. GoldenEye doesn't finish the level once you complete all the objectives. You can still fail it after this, if you get shot by someone.
Right.
So all we have to do now is make our way back to the boat that we started in. The music in this level, by the way, it's done by Grant Kirkhope, who was sort of influenced by the Duran Duran theme for A View to a Kill. It's got the almost same drum beat. Legally distinct, of course. The best kind of distinct.
That's pretty cool.
And this was actually Grant Kirkhope's first proper project. He did do the adaptation of David Wise's soundtrack for Donkey Kong Land 2. But this was the first one that he actually composed for, along with Graham Norgate.
Huh. I would have thought that, like, Banjo-Kazooie was his first one.
Yeah, he was plucked from the GoldenEye team in the middle of development to work on Banjo.
Gotcha.
So Norgate came back to do the rest of the music. Basically, the catchy songs are from Kirkhope, and the more moody sort of stuff is from Norgate. Like this one is from Norgate. And yes, Moneypenny might have said never to go back, but we are indeed back in Severnaya. I like how they managed to make this feel completely different by just changing the lighting and the music to a lot more moody style.
Well, that's how it goes for a lot of games, I think.
Like as a kid, I thought this level was actually kind of, I'm not gonna say scary, but it had a bit of that feeling going on. So this time there's basically nothing in these cabins. We do have guys coming for us with the clubs, they will just constantly respawn. And then we have the guys with the AKs or the KF7s just patrolling around. So I wanna be quite careful here because there is a camera and I do not want to get spotted by that because that will spawn many strong men. And yeah, I don't want that.
I'm sure you could take them.
In my experience, I probably can't, so let's just... Yeah, that goes out with the club from like point blank range and did nothing, and now it's fused to the wall, so that's good.
Man, who needs the club when when your starting pistol can just fuse dudes into walls?
Yeah, honestly, the PP7 is a very good gun, even without the silencer. Because it's strong, it's precise, or accurate rather, and that's really all you need. Because in many levels you don't want to start firing a submachine gun or an AK or whatever. And of course this also conserves ammo quite nicely.
Right, right.
Whoop. It took me quite a while to actually find that last camera when I first played through this on 00 Agent, or when I recently played this on 00 Agent, because I was like, where is that? It was of course the one that was shown off in the intro video for the mission. But those are also different each time, so it's not necessarily the case that you see that video. It might just show something completely different. But yeah, I eventually just wandered around here and then it was like, oh, it's right there. Okay, great. So now we head back to the satellite dish. There is a camera here in the corner up there. You can just barely make it out. The only reason I am hitting even close to it is because I know it's there. Okay, somebody is not too happy with us, so let's just deal with that. Okay, so in the last surface mission, you had to interact with the equipment to complete the objective. Here, you have to destroy it. If you interact with it, they find out that you are here and the mission is failed, or rather the bunker will know you're here. In the sir. Just put him out of his misery, I guess. Yeah, in the last surface mission, if you destroy the console there, then you also fail the mission, because the backup kicks in.
Oh no.
And you can't do anything about it. So finally, we have to take out the helicopter that is on the helipad over here in front of the bunker, not the same one that we saw on the frigate. Let's watch the fireworks. Nice.
Yeah, that's fun.
They will just waltz into the bunker through the front door. I'm sure this will go well. Guys, we're not doing the comrade thing anymore. It's 1995. Maybe that guy just always wanted to say that.
Yeah, don't deny him his lifelong wish.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Bond thought was gonna happen in all of that, to be honest.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
At least last time we attempted a stealthy approach. I just barely missed out on the cheat. By like 45 seconds. Could have easily gotten it if I didn't screw around, but yeah, now we are in jail. So that's great. Well, fortunately we have plenty of wit. But this level is still going to be quite painful on 00 Agent. And you will see why quite soon. This conversation is completely optional. We don't have to do any of this. We can just escape immediately and get on with it, but of course I want to show off this.
Yeah, you might as well.
This whole bit of story here. And so in the movie, of course, Ormov and Xenia show up in the helicopter from the frigate mission, which is... Well, the GoldenEye fires an EMP, but the helicopter is resistant to it, so they stole it. So they can come here and steal the key to the other satellite. Which is planned to be used for nefarious purposes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you get a whole lot of the story if you just play the game.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting, like, bits and pieces. Like, I think I see enough of the dots to get the bigger picture, but, like, I probably should just watch the movie if I really want the connective tissue there.
Yeah, that is probably a good idea. Now let's try the cunning plan that Bond mentioned. Brilliant. A+.
Yeah, you gotta, like, go into the pause menu and spin your model around, like, a dozen times before, you actually vomit.
I'm trying, okay.
Or, lay down and break a bottle of ketchup underneath you to make it look like you're bleeding out.
Well, we do have this magnetic watch. Okay, let's just stop screwing around, I think. And grab this giant key off the wall. No, check this out. Yeah. There is something under that grate to the right that I also try to pick up with the magnet here, but it doesn't quite work. You can get it from the cell, but I don't think I have the right angle.
Ah, well.
I think we confused the guard here a little bit. Well, never mind that, because he's done. And we have picked up his KF7, which your first instinct might be to equip that as soon as possible. Do not do that.
And why is that?
You'll see in a moment. You also do not want to free Natalia just yet. There's also a good reason for that. Well, I don't need to be coy about that because that's just because she's gonna get herself shot and then we'll fail the mission.
I was gonna say, is this an escort mission now?
Not really. We can just keep her in the cell until we're done.
Right, but if you were to free her, then you're escorting her.
Yeah. Sort of. It's more like she just runs around like an idiot. And we hope that she doesn't get killed before we finish the mission.
Ashley Graham, she is not.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much escorting that really takes. The thing about these throwing knives we picked up in the grate is that, well, they are powerful, but they are also kinda hard to aim. Now we can hold... we can hold the trigger to kinda charge the throw so it does more damage and flies faster, but I just decided to go for these slappers with this guy. That does a ton of damage. Like seriously. 2 hits and that guy's dead. The melee attack is genuinely really powerful. The range on it is just nothing.
Well, we gotta balance it somehow, I guess.
Yeah, we just one-shot that guy. Now one thing that you can make use of as well is that enemies can't shoot you when you're right in front of them, like this. When you're just right next to them, they can't do anything.
Oh, they have like a minimum range kind of thing going on.
Yeah. That is not the case in Perfect Dark, but here you can make use of that. Damn it. That guy kinda screwed us over there. I wasn't expecting him to come through the doors right at that moment.
Yeah, it's such a good setup too.
Yeah, oh well.
That dude had a bodyguard.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal. I was trying to get this guy. Oh, check it out. I killed somebody with the club on 00 Agent.
Good job.
That's one for the books. It was complete accident. as well. I was sort of panicking at the moment. I was also really afraid that the club would just lure all the guards to my location, but thankfully that didn't happen because I just shot a couple of rounds with it. Pick up a document there on the table. Very important, one of the objectives. I'm not sure what this guy was trying to accomplish. Hey, check out my guns.
He wanted a hug.
Oh, well. He got a slap in the face instead. I think it's supposed to be like a karate chop, but it looks like a slap. Or like the Austin Powers judo chop. There is a camera around the corner, so I am trying to be a bit careful with that. You will note that I am also using the KF7 now because, well, we don't really have any stealthier weapons at this point. We have the club, but we don't have any stealthy weapons that can destroy a camera. Door.
Wall.
Yeah, the door closed just completely saved that guy. And screwed me over.
You're not having a good time with these throwing knives.
No. Damn it. So when you're using the KF7, just do single shots or very short bursts. Unless of course you want to attract everybody. James Bond doesn't need that to attract people. He's quite an attractive fellow. In many ways. That guy's an idiot. Hey, where did he go?
He went to the left, so I'll get him from the right.
So this room is pretty important. There is also a camera, so I want to watch out for that. I'm not gonna use the club. If you hit the lens, it's a one-hit kill on the camera. But I didn't quite get it. So now I'm just gonna lure these guys out to the slightly safer location back here. There are more efficient ways to do this. Nice. Well done. Some gymnastics over here. And he's also stuck in the wall. And he can shoot us through the wall, which is not great.
Oh man. That's some Sniper Joe shit there.
Yeah, and I have 2 bars of health left. Which is great. Anyway, we now have both of the keys for this safe, so I can open it and pick up the red dossier as well as the 2 PP7s with silencers.
Oh hell yeah.
I probably should have just used one. But whatever. Now we can kind of start doing the actual objectives. Don't go there, that place is bad.
Is there like a whole army in there?
There's a couple of guys, but more importantly there's 2 drone guns mounted to the ceiling. And nothing else. There is body armor there on the lower difficulties, but not here. We don't need any body armor on 00 Agent, we'll be fine. Now on the table here we have the GoldenEye VHS.
That was the objective?
Yeah, it's the CCTV camera feed.
Huh.
That's been recorded.
And they recorded it over GoldenEye?
I think it was just Rare having a little bit of fun.
I know.
Come on, please get out of the way. As much as I appreciate the fancy animations, it sometimes gets a little bit annoying when one of those guys just does his best dying swan impression and just takes forever to die right in front of the enemy I'm trying to shoot.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
I want to be really careful with that camera there, because the last thing I want is to raise an alarm at this point. Because then I'm screwed. I have no health. And the game's just gonna spawn these, well, infinite commandos basically that will just take you out really, really quick, so... Not a fan of that, or the prospect of that happening, so... Now obviously if you are competent at the game, which I am, well, that's debatable, you can get through this pretty fast, but this is probably more of the normal experience on Double Agent, at least if you haven't played the game to death.
Right. Just taking it slow, being cautious.
This is genuinely really tense at this point, because I know I have no health, and one mistake is gonna just ruin everything. I have to start all over, because of course there are no checkpoints.
Right.
And we have a mistake right here.
Oh no.
I have no health at all, literally. The next bit of damage I take, no matter where it's from, is gonna kill me. And these were not the last guards in the level. There's one right there.
Man, just shooting him below the belt, that's dirty.
Whatever works at this point. Because there is one more room we have to go to, and there's maybe 3 or 4 guys in there, so that's great. That just takes us back to the start. This is where we want to go. Well, I don't really want to go, but I have to. Because one of these guys is carrying a document that we need for one of the objectives. Oh, come on, why did that not kill him? I'm not sure why that did not kill me. That went right through me, I think.
Yeah, I think you got lucky there. That dude, though, not so much.
Okay. That means we are done with all the enemies in this level. And we have done all the objectives except escaping with Natalia, so let's escape with Natalia. But I'm still looking over my shoulder constantly because I keep thinking somebody's gonna come up. I have played this level so many times, or I rather had to play this level so many times on my Double Agent run that I basically know this. Natalia, please. I could probably do this in my sleep at this point. At least in terms of the layout. Yeah, please do. It's not like we are in any hurry or anything like that.
Natalia, the stairs were on the left?
This happens differently in the film. Bond is not there. He's in London watching all this go down. All the communications from the bunker just... They have like a spy satellite there, and it all just goes dark.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, what the hell just happened? So yeah, Bond doesn't meet Natalia until the next mission, actually. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in between, of course, but... If you haven't seen the movie, I'm not gonna be talking about that all that much then. So we have some more extras. I'm still very proud of this incredible graphic I made. And speaking of incredible graphics, we are here on the Xbox 360 version.
Ooh, I was gonna say, this looks fancy.
And I'm gonna show you what happens if you don't follow the instructions I gave at the start of the actual run. Well, at least one of them, the instructions. Also, his arm is a little bit screwed up there in this version, but never mind.
Yeah, this menu I don't think was ever intended for a 16:9.
I mean, you can use it in 16:9 on the N64.
I know, but like the health bar is just kind of like clipping out as the view gets closer.
Yet this version has some glitches. First, let's just take this guy out and grab his gun. If we can ever hit him, there we go. I considered taking Natalia with me, but this works just as well without her, so let's just take this guy's gun as well. I could have just gone loud already, but instead I'm gonna do it now, so I have a little bit more ammo to go with. Let's just start blasting then.
I've gotten so used to the N64 graphical fidelity that this is looking real weird to me.
It's just running at 60 FPS. Also, we have like 60 guards going in right now.
Oh no.
1 guard per second. Yeah, so basically, when you go loud and somebody hears it, that guard will spawn, I think, 3 or 2 copies of himself. And there's a lot of guards in this level as it is. And these guys will keep going until you kill the original guard that hurt you.
Oh.
So yeah, this is an unrelenting tide of men.
That is an interesting way to handle reinforcements.
And I'm out of ammo, and that's gonna be it for Bond, I think. Yeah, that's how this level usually goes if you don't go stealthy. You can survive the onslaught because these guys do eventually stop coming, but it takes a long time.
Man, those guys really want you dead.
Yeah, definitely James Bond here.